Hey, it's Ratchet from Ratchet's Hulk Collection. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but a lot of things are happening in the Hulk world here. So I thought it was, definitely due. Especially with the relaunch of the Hulk title just happening now. And Mark Waid had made a comment here on his Twitter account. I thought it was pretty interesting. It says, if you haven't seen it, it says, I used to think that hardcore Legion fans were the most unforgiving, impossible to please readers, and then I started writing the Hulk. Well, that's an interesting comment, of course, and he's probably getting a lot of flack for the Hulk. I honestly thought it started out real strong. The indestructible Hulk, especially I had a lot of faith in Waid, and I am one of those people who believe that it went south pretty fast as soon as he had to start tying it in with the bigger books. Partly he blames the artists, saying that having to change artists so many times, it definitely didn't help the sales. That the renumbering itself came from the higher ups because apparently the numbers were dwindling so much. They felt this would help. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Here's the killer. Here's the biggest, I guess, gut punch, is that the best Hulk stories that we have gotten in the past, 3 or 4 years, aren't even from the Hulk series. They're actually Red Hulk. See, when Jeff Loeb left the Red Hulk series and Jeff Parker took over, the Red Hulk series soared. It was fantastic because he was writing Hulk stories and putting the Red Hulk in them. Meanwhile, we had Greg Pak over on Hulk, and Hulk wasn't even around. It was Bruce Banner, training Scar. So, I mean, it was a very dark period. And then, of course, Jason Aaron's run, I can't even begin to go into that. I mean, I honestly don't know what the hell happened. I've read a lot of his other stuff at this point, and it's really good. He is an excellent writer, and he brings like fresh takes on a lot of different Marvel characters. But the Hulk was just a disaster. His entire run from beginning to end was just one terrible story after another. There was literally nothing redeemable about the Jason Aaron run. And then Mark Waid came in, and like I said, it started off pretty darn good. If you haven't read it, you should. It's really fantastic. But him working for S.H.I.E.L.D., I thought was going to have a bigger payoff, right away. And nothing seemed to be happening. And he didn't explain the armor. What is with the armor? I have the guy right up here. Hold on, let's take a look over here. This is the Hulk recently in the comic books. Okay? And he has all this armor on his very impenetrable body. Why? He can't get shot. His skin is bulletproof. What is all of this armor doing? Who knows? And Wade's not explaining it, so we don't know. And I think that's the thing, is I know that they want time, and I know that they want space to be able to create a good story, and that's what I want too. I want a good story. But it was almost 2 years with no explanation. It was almost 2 full years of him working at S.H.I.E.L.D. and nothing was really happening. And then the Inhumanity arc had started, and honestly, that was probably one of the worst arcs I have read in a while. I still don't really understand what was going on, especially since the bomb that Banner created to create the Hulk was such a devastation in his life that the next thing that he wants to create to be known for is another bomb. That didn't ring true to me as a smart choice. I don't know. but the story itself, I did read. I finally actually read. Let me reach over here. I finally did read the end of the Indestructible Hulk, Hulk number 20 here. I finished it. I haven't even reviewed it on the site because it's so difficult to figure out what to say about it. It wasn't good. It's basically the cut and dry of it. Yeah, is that it wasn't good. But, you know, what are you going to do? We have what we have. So, on to Hulk 1. And I got to tell you, it was almost impossible to find the Scotty Young variant for the Hulk 1, but I did track it down, and it is somewhere in here. The Scotty Young variant, for some unknown reason, was hard to find, and so was the blank cover variant. But I did get them, although from what I've been seeing, and I can tell you over here, it looks like Wizard World Minneapolis is getting a Hulk 1 exclusive, and of course they are. So I might have to go to eBay for that one. I did get a lot of new Hulk items in just recently that I will be reviewing on the site very soon. Actually, one thing that I picked up just recently is this Hulk figure right over here. Very reminiscent of the dollar store Hulks that you're going to see. The one that I just posted on the site. But this one here is larger, and it has, you know, the arm articulation, the head articulation, even the waist, you know, not the legs or anything else like that. But it's actually not a bad toy for $6. So I was like, actually, this is really decent. And I mean, it's got a good size. You can see it up against the Marvel Infinite one there. It's a little bit larger, bulkier. You should definitely take a look at that. But that's it for now, I guess. I just thought it would be interesting to mention the whole thing about Mark Waid. I want to know what you guys think. Head over to Ratchet's Hulk Collection, hulkcollection.wordpress.com. Let me know what you think about it. This will be going up soon, and more reviews and stuff. I'm very far behind, but I'm also very into reading. Sadly enough, I'm into reading the Spirits of Vengeance right now, the Ghost Rider Blaze series. That was from the 90s. Rough beginning because Marvel back in the day decided that they were going to release a series and connect it to all these other series, because they thought that, well, let's see, they're going to read, if they want the complete story, they're going to have to read all of the comics. So in order to get the full story of what's happening in Spirits of Vengeance, you had to buy Morbius the Living Vampire. You had to buy Ghost Rider. You had to buy Night Stalkers, I believe it was called. Darkhold was another one. I haven't found them all, and I most likely will not buy them all. I started picking up, I guess, the first 6 to get the full first part of the story, because going back and reading all the back issues, you're reading it and you're only getting half of the story. You're getting like a chunk of it. It's almost like you're reading, or overhearing somebody telling an inside joke to somebody else. So you can't really understand fully what's going on. You can grasp what's going on, but you definitely know that there are pieces missing. So I really like Blaze, and I really liked the Spirit of Vengeance comic, and right now it's getting better. I think I'm on issue 10, and there's only 23. It didn't even last a full 2 years. But it's really good. Here it is over here. Here's number 1, Spirit of Vengeance. I don't know if anybody remembers this series here. I'm also trying to collect all of the Volume 3 Silver Surfers. Those are suddenly hot because of Thanos' appearance, and all of Thanos' appearance in Silver Surfer Volume 3. All the links to Infinity Gauntlet and everything are really shooting up there. And amazingly, Hulk number 271 just spiked. It's the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. If you don't have that comic, and you didn't pick it up for this many years, I don't know why all of a sudden you'd want to, with it spiking over $100. I am telling you right now, 2 months ago, those things were in a dollar bin. They were $1, and all of a sudden they're shooting up 125 and more. I was, shocked and confused, because Rocket Raccoon seems like a cool character, always has. I really like Rocket Raccoon. Like the fact that he had his first appearance there in the Hulk comic. I know it's technically not his first one, but, Marvel Comics introduces Rocket Raccoon through the Hulk, and just because he's in the Guardians of the Galaxy, which isn't even out yet, so no one knows if it's a hit or not. I hope it is, but no one knows. But now all of a sudden the comic that he appeared in first just goes and shoots up. Well, let's see how those things play out. Anyways, I'm off to doing work later.